What was that?
That was the actual intro.
Yeah, that was the intro. Remy,
No, I know the intro. No, I'm saying before the intro happened, like the podcast said, like I got kicked off or something like that. Like a guy's.
Oh no, I did. No, I did that.
Okay.
So the intro could play. Yeah, I did that.
Okay.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with a brand new episode of the GodzillaNerds Podcast, and today we are viewing Pacific Rim. I am one of the hosts. I am Donald.
I'm Nick.
I'm Remy.
I'm Derek.
DJ. And we are ready to have it. We are about to have an awesome movie review today. So before we start, this is actually my first time watching Pacific Rim. This is my very, very first time. So I've never seen it before until Tuesday. I watched it Tuesday. And I must say it was a pretty good film. It's one of those films I could probably watch over and over again. Around the time Pacific Rim came out, I had a lot going on. So it's a lot of movies that I missed that I just never went back to watch. So, yeah, Godzilla Train. Yeah, I was not in a position to. I mean, yeah, it's blasphemy, but
blasphemy.
yeah, you gotta understand my backstory. So, but that's a whole nother thing. So, it's a lot of movies that I missed that I didn't get a chance to watch because of the situation I was in or going through at the time. So, we are ready to get this party started. Well, first of all, before we even start, DJ, how your week been going?
Good. No complaints. Actually got to visit with a friend earlier today that I hadn't seen in a while, so that was pretty good.
Cool. What about you, Remy? How your week going, brother?
Yeah, it's going good. I have a big test tomorrow, which I haven't really studied for, so but it's whatever.
Get on him, DJ. Get on him, DJ. Get on him, DJ. Get on him, DJ. DJ,
I don't know about you, man.
I mean, I'm going to study like right after the stream, so don't worry about that. Man. I'm still going to try to
study. That's what they all say.
Well,
we'll quiz you all night.
Oh man.
What did you say, DJ?
What about you?
Said, are we going to have to quiz you all night?
Nah, you're good.
I left school because I didn't want to get quizzed, so I don't want to be shooting out quizzes.
How your week going, Nick? How your week been going?
My week, so far so good. You know, my sister comes tomorrow. I can't wait to see her. It's been like 4 months I haven't seen her.
Oh
wow. Other than that, this thing has been killing me for the past like couple weeks.
Hey, but it was a worthy sacrifice.
That's a smooth tattoo, man. So y'all ready to get the show on the road or what?
Let's get it, baby.
Get it.
All right.
Oh, God. You know what? This is why I'm so mad Doris is not here today, because literally me and her are like similar. Her like love for Battleship is literally the love I have for this movie, for Pacific Rim. Like I could watch it. Like this is literally my comfort movie. Like if I could watch this movie again and again, I would.
Mm-hmm. You know what, Remy? I can see that. Just like when I was watching Battleship last week, I thought about Doris. When I watched Pacific Rim, I thought about you, right? And
nice.
this was totally a Remy movie, so it made it even better. But I definitely enjoyed. I definitely enjoyed this film. So, Remy, you asked some great questions. We're gonna let Nick get these questions up. We miss you, Doris. Serge, if you can join us, we miss you too, brother.
Yeah,
and
come on, Serge.
Hopefully have you back on soon, man.
We miss our rock star.
Yeah.
Wait, are we doing the question game?
Yeah,
first?
we're no. We're doing
no, just the questions.
Oh, okay. Shoot the questions. Don't do the game yet. Okay. I'm just putting in pictures. I don't want it to be bland.
Oh yeah.
I hate that.
We gotta.
Can't have that. Can't have a bland PowerPoint, can we?
Nah, it's got to be a great PowerPoint.
Exactly.
I feel like I'm in school all over again.
I'll determine if you get an A or not, Nick.
What'd you say, DJ?
So you just got to spice it up.
Yep.
Actually, that's what I was working on.
Speaking the truth.
Well, if you enjoyed this, I'm sure you'll enjoy the sequel that adds Transformers into the Pacific Rim mythos.
No.
That movie was just, I don't know. I know
My bad.
but
Not garbage.
Like, this is not
garbage. My bad.
Oh,
It's not just
there you
garbage.
go. There you go, Remy.
Garbage. That's
Yeah,
what that's
garbage.
I mean, the action's fun. That's about it. Everything else kind of sucked.
Yeah, this is the first Pacific Rim I've seen. So
yeah, the only good one,
Okay,
and that's the
stick to
one
it.
you need to see.
Just stick to it, please.
Yeah, watch this
Godzilla
one.
Train,
Watch
You
Pacific
can
Rim the
watch
Black.
the sequel. You can watch the sequel if you want. You know.
Yeah,
Godzilla
it's not
Train
gonna-
also said it was
Thank you,
garbage.
Thank you, Godzilla Train. See,
Oh man, that is.
you can watch this, Donald, and then watch Pacific Rim the Black on Netflix. After that, that's it. Don't watch anything.
I thought
else.
I thought about that. So it's been 2 seasons so far, right?
Yeah, the second season was actually the last season. It was only supposed to be 2 seasons.
Okay.
So it's pretty short though. I think you'll like it.
I feel ashamed for buying the movie.
My boy
I
said
bought
the
the
animated
second
series
uprising.
is pretty good. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
All right. There we go. It's pretty good. All right, so we'll go ahead and get this show on the road. For Pacific Rim. I'm really excited to talk about this. Rim, you picked a pretty good movie, man. You really did. You really did.
On the
All right, Nick,
questions.
so we are going to. All right. So we're gonna ask some questions. We'll go ahead and get it started.
Let's get it started.
Let's do this.
Just begin.
All right. So Nick is working on the question game.
That was a pretty good voice.
You could still ask me questions. I'm still gonna cooperate.
Okay.
Let's do this.
All right. So
Let's do this.
Yes.
hey,
Like
DJ, that was good.
Podcast.
DJ, that was good.
I will box. Roll out.
All right. So I will say this. It's a couple of things I noticed. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but the very first scene of Pacific Rim, it reminded me of when Godzilla was breaking through the bridge, or the San Francisco Bridge on 2014. And then it was another scene when they had the first encounter with the Kaiju, and that boat was in between them. And remember on King of the Monsters, it was a helicopter, except it was Ghidorah and Godzilla on the outside. And then that Hong Kong scene looked exactly like the scenery that Godzilla and Kong fought in. So it was a couple of similarities that I saw that I was able to point out in the movie. So it was a really good movie. So the first question we have, we're going to start with you, Remy. Since we see a plethora of kaiju in the film, name your favorite one.
That one's easy for me. My favorite one is Otachi, the one that had like the wings or the hidden wings. That one's my favorite. I love
the one where they took them up into space and dropped them.
that one's my favorite.
Yeah.
Just because of how much like I don't know weaponry she had, because she had like the tail that could like move on its own when it was trying to like grab Gypsy in that one scene. She had like that acid breath that she could shoot out that she melted one of the Jaegers with. She had like that weird looking tongue that kind of like tried to look for that guy, Charlie Day's character in that one scene. And then of course she had the wings, and she was probably like the most versatile out of all the kaiju. Like the way she moved and the way she kind of like acted, how she could like hide in the building and like she like jumped out of it.
That was cool. That was cool.
Yeah, that like again, like it's a really like to me, all the kaiju are great in this movie. They all have really unique designs and they all have different personalities. But to me, my favorite, the one that stood out, is Otachi, just because of how like insane she looked. And I remember the first time I saw the movie, when she like spread out her wings, I literally gasped in the theater. I was like, "No way!"
Oh, you saw it in theater? I didn't even see it in theater.
Theaters. Yeah, I saw it in theater over the
weekend. I saw it at home. I feel depressed now.
Theater.
You should.
You should be.
So I'll say this: Godzilla Train said that Knifehead was a gangster.
That is
true. I was actually so Otachi was my favorite as well. I think because of how rogue she went and she started going, and especially when she ate the one guy, I was like, she ate him, but when she had the baby, when she was pregnant, I was like, eat him, and she did. I was like, that was awesome. But I liked the Otachi because she was rogue. She was just crazy. Like she was just going crazy, And Remy, you mentioned when she hid in the building. First of all, for a kaiju to be that size and to move that quiet, that's really, really dangerous. Because he was like, keep your eyes open, because they didn't see her. And all of a sudden she jumped out of the building. So I thought that was really, really cool. And then with Knifehead reminded me of Giron from Gamera versus Giron. That's who Knifehead reminded me of. Knifehead, I like the Knifehead's design. Yeah, that was awesome. That was super duper awesome. So I liked that very, very much. Nick, what about you? Who was your favorite kaiju in Pacific Rim?
Honestly, they didn't mention the name to it. Category 5. The very last one. Oh,
Slattern is his name.
It was?
Yeah.
Because they didn't even say his name. They just said
I know. I've literally looked up all the names online. Slattern is the name they gave Category 5.
That kaiju just looks so awesome. It had tentacles and feet.
Is that the one that had a face behind the face?
No, that one was Raiju.
Raiju, okay.
Yeah. Slattern was the one that looked like a hammerhead shark.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the Category 5, like the big one.
Yeah, that I liked the kaiju that they had in this movie. I liked it. What was the other one? Was it Leatherback?
Yeah, Leatherback.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I liked him too. I liked him a lot. I liked how strong he was. And it was crazy because they had one scene where he was just walking around the Jaeger. I was like, oh man.
Yeah, he was like, do something.
Yeah,
like, do something.
Yeah. Bro, that was a terrible job to have. If your machine don't make it, you die. Like, bro, that's got to be the worst job in history. Like, I don't want to die like that.
Yeah, I still wince when I see Otachi like crush the head of that Crimson Typhoon. Like the way those guys like kind of lurched when her tail hits it. I hate that scene because I'm just like, God, like, ugh.
What about DJ? What about you? Favorite kaiju from Pacific Rim?
Yeah, I like the Leatherback one. I thought the EMP pulse was pretty cool. Yeah. And then just the fight, with Gypsy Danger and stuff. I thought that was a pretty cool brawl. So, but yeah, I agree. The way that Crimson Typhoon was taken out, it was like, they hyped them up. They're like, oh, they've been undefeated. They got this special technique and everything. And then it's like 1, 2, 3, they're gone.
Yeah. Like, I like how they build them up and it's like, all right, and gone. That scream was depressing. You mean the scene?
But yeah, I really like the kaiju and the design of the kaiju in the movie. And like I said, this is my first time watching it. And the first 20 minutes of this film, what I like about this film, you already know what it's about. Like, it wasted no time. Like the first 15 to 20 minutes, I knew what I was watching. I knew what I was getting myself into. And that's what I liked about it the most. So that's what made the movie even better. Like, it was a good balance between the creatures and the humans and the Jaegers. It was a really, really good balance. This was an awesome movie. Question number 2. Which character best represents your personality, Remy?
It's easy.
You're doing those questions done? I had those questions done already for you.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Pull it up.
Don't judge my wallpaper once you see it.
Nah, it's fine.
Of course we're going to judge it.
I'm sure it won't be that bad. We'll judge it if it's like something weird, but it won't.
We on the wallpaper.
It's fine.
No, my wallpaper moves.
Oh, that's cool.
Look at the goat. All right, there we go. All right. So
no, the other question.
It's the first question.
Yeah, there you go.
Mm. There we go. Which character best represents your personality, Remy?
Newt Geyser, which is Charlie Day's character, which is a character that was just like, I'm a big fan of kaiju. I love them. Like, I study them. Like, that to me, honestly, yeah, as much as I would be terrified of actually being in the presence of one of those things, I would still love them because I'm like, these things are awesome. I know they're gonna kill us, but I can't help but love how cool they are. I still root for the Jaegers, but at the same time, I'm a kaiju fan at heart, and like to see like an actual like live kaiju, it would be, of course, I would be scared, but at the same time, there would be an ounce of giddiness inside me because it's an actual monster in front of me that's basically Godzilla size. So I feel like he represented my inner kaiju fan pretty well.
I'll piggyback off that. I'll say Godzilla train with Idris Elba. I can see that with you. You know what? I like the Marshall. He did a really good job in this film. But what was his name? Dr. Geyser and Gottlieb.
Yeah,
they were cool together. I really liked their characters a lot. They were different. They were always going back and forth, but it was really, really cool, and I really, really enjoyed that. I would say any character that represents me would probably be Hurt. Right. I think he's a thinker. He's determined, and I think he tries his best to use his wisdom when he can. From what I saw, like he knew his son was acting like a jerk, but the thing is, he knew when his son was wrong, and he wouldn't allow his son to influence him with his ways. So he still tried to make sure he was able to do his job and then keep his son in line. And then towards the end, his son started to, show that respect to him. So that would be me. I would be Hurt. What about you, Nick? Which character best represents your personality?
Beckett.
Okay.
Riley Beckett.
The way he said it.
He best describes me, bro. In every situation. Everything. Anger, emotion control. Wants to take charge sometimes. Always make sure somebody's okay. All of it.
Yeah, I liked it. His character a lot. Good protagonist. That was nice. What about you, DJ? I'm curious to see which character best represents your personality. I couldn't figure you out. I don't know who you're gonna pick.
I think I'm somewhere between Idris Elba's character and Rowley.
Oh, okay.
Like, probably a little bit more on the Idris Elba's side, but I can see myself as being a combination of both. I can be very cool-headed and take charge and keep people in line, but at the same time, I could also be a little on the hot-headed side and want to kind of just do everything myself. So,
yeah, that blew my mind when he was the one that rescued Mako. That was crazy. When I was like, "What?" That was cool. That was cool. So I actually got that. They actually put the brother in the Jaeger. I was like, okay, I can dig it. But that was really, really cool. I really liked that scene. And that scene was an intense scene. When she was hiding from that kaiju, that was really, really intense. I really enjoyed that. This was a really good movie. I'm glad I got to see it. Thank you guys for that. Because like I said, there's a lot of movies that I missed because during this time, I wasn't in a position that I'm in now where I can watch things and be able to catch up on a lot of things. So,
well, technically, now that we saw this one, we do kind of have to discuss the second one.
No, we don't.
Yes, we do.
I mean, we got tons of movies.
Eventually we will. Until then, not now.
Eventually, we're going to talk about
Godzilla. Said we are.
I love that line. I love that speech he does. It's such a good speech.
You can slide it to the next question, Nick.
Today.
Yeah, that was his Independence Day speech.
Today.
All right. This is what I came up with. I can't wait to see what you guys say about this one. If you could create your own Jaeger, what abilities would it have? Remy, let's start with you. I'll go first.
Yeah, you go first, Don. I gotta think. This is a tough one.
Okay, so what I would do with the Jaegers is, everybody's familiar with Mortal Kombat, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I would take I would use them maybe as a Sub-Zero Scorpion type abilities. Right, I'll have a Jaeger that that has ice powers. That can do something like that, and I would have like um, a Jaeger that has the ability like smoke. He could turn into any of his opponents and do any of their moves. I would create a Jaeger like that. I would give it some abilities like that. I have time to think on it, and I think that's what I would do. I would dress him just like the fighters from Mortal Kombat and let them do. Godzilla Train made me laugh. He said, "No, we don't."
No. Thank you, Godzilla Train.
But that's the direction I would go with it. Kind of give one of them ice powers, one of them fire. That's what I would do.
Okay.
Do I go?
Yeah. You go ahead, Remy.
Okay. So for my Jaeger, I would actually, going off of the Mortal Kombat motif, I would actually have my Jaeger like literally shoot out the chains that Scorpion does. So I could so my Jaeger could like grab a Kaiju and then bring it in, and then I would have where the Jaeger would actually have like a chest beam, kind of like Gypsy Danger. And so when I pull them in, the chest beam can just like the shoot
that's cool.
Straight through
That's
there.
cool.
And also I would have my Jaeger actually have camouflage, where it could have like the ability to kind of like camouflage for the city. Someone I just looking around. Yeah, exactly. Doesn't know where I am. So then I just shoot the chains, grab it, pull it, dead.
And Godzilla Train said he was going to say that as well, Remy. So
great minds
I will say
alike,
this.
brother.
Yeah, great minds think alike. I will say that to the both of you. Great minds think alike. Nick, I'm curious to hear what your answer is to this question. If you could create your own Jaeger, what abilities would it have?
Honestly, I would combine all 4 Jaegers into Gypsy Danger and just have all those abilities, do a little Mortal Kombat, and maybe, just maybe, have Gypsy shoot lasers from her eyes.
Ooh, that'd be dope.
Oh, that'd be cool.
So
that'd
there was
be cool.
a Megazord then. A giant Jaeger.
Just one giant Jaeger with every ability known to man.
Yep.
DJ, what about you? If you could create your own Jaeger, what abilities would it have?
Mine would have swords similar to Gypsy Danger's in both arms. I'd also have a shoulder cannon, kind of like the Predator.
Ooh.
And then to top it off, I'd have glaives on both thighs that I can pull off and toss, similar to how the Predator had as well. This little disc thing.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's gonna be hard to top, DJ. That's gonna be hard to beat up.
Really?
Yeah.
Imagine all of our Jaegers is going after a Kaiju, like one single Kaiju.
Oh man,
I feel sorry for the Kaiju that fights
in a millisecond. Yep.
I feel more sorry for the Kaiju than anybody.
That would be wicked. Nick. That's what Godzilla Train has said. All right, on to the next question. Yeah, this is an awesome conversation. Remy, would you like to see a Pacific Rim / Monsterverse crossover? Why or why not?
Hell yes. I would pay my soul to see a Pacific Rim Monsterverse crossover. I would pay everything to see it. Like, come on. I want to see Gypsy Danger punch Godzilla in the face and Godzilla's go, all right. Pop him right back. Make him sit down like a good song. Like, who wouldn't want to see that? And then have them like literally team up. Literally, the Jaegers could be the Monsterverse version of Jet Jaguar. They literally
yes.
That's literally what they are. They're just like updated Jet Jaguars. And like literally, you could have one of them, one of the Jaegers, literally become Jet Jaguar later on in the film. Like, imagine how cool that would be in the series. Like Gypsy Danger. Like, imagine at the end of the movie, that one's like all beat up, and they're just like, should we like throw it away? And they're like, no, let's update it real quick. And then the next movie, you have Gypsy Danger now transformed into the MonsterVerse version of Jet Jaguar. That would be really cool. Like I would
rather see
plus
that.
the kaiju in this movie. I would love to see Otachi take on Kong, or Mothra take on Leatherback, or Godzilla take on Slatter. And that would be an epic fight. Like there's a lot of stuff that they could do with it. Legendary owns both of them. Legendary owns MonsterVerse and Pacific Rim. They have the power. They can create that crossover anytime they want. So what's stopping you? Damn it!
You know what's stopping them? Money.
Damn it! That's right.
Yeah.
Money always conquers the studios, which sucks.
So I will say this, because I know this question was getting thrown around a lot, and this is before I had even seen Pacific Rim, so I didn't really know what all the fuss was about. So after watching Pacific Rim, I would like to see the crossover, but to a certain extent. Because as I was watching this movie and I started to think about Godzilla and Kong and the kaijus that the Jaegers fought, Godzilla, to me, just watching the MonsterVerse films and this film, they look a lot bigger than the kaiju that the Jaegers were fighting. Like Godzilla looks like Kong looks bigger. And I started looking at the abilities that Godzilla and Kong and King Ghidorah had versus the kaiju the Jaegers fought. So I would like it to happen, but the Jaegers would definitely have to team up with Godzilla. They can't fight with Godzilla or Kong because they'll get messed up. That'll be bad. Yeah, and I would if they do just stomp on them. Yeah. And if they do team up, they would have to go to one of his opponents list and pull an opponent from there. I think to make it fair. That because I think the kaijus that that was in Pacific Rim, I don't believe they have any chance against a Godzilla or Kong. So they'd have to fight something like a destroyer or something like that.
Well, the thing to remember too is that the kaiju in the Pacific Rim are all experiments.
That's right.
So
they were.
Yeah, they're all clones. That vision
they
that
observed,
Oh yeah.
They observed how how they fought and everything, and then they built the next one to be stronger and more advanced than that one.
Yeah.
That's why the categories kept going up and why they kept getting stronger, and that's why Leatherback had the EMP pulse ability, and then the other one had the acid, the acid spit. So
DJ, you brought up two good points. That pulse reminded me of when the Mutos did that in Godzilla 2014. And then even the category thing you brought up, I really like how they label those kaiju. Like you knew how strong they were, and they had an alert when you knew they were coming. So you actually brought that back to mind, DJ. So I greatly appreciate you for that. I thank you for that.
Yep.
What about you, Nick? Would you like to see a Pacific Rim / MonsterVerse crossover?
Oh hell yeah! Who wouldn't? What? That would be the best thing ever.
Yep. Damn.
Remy just threw out the best idea. Let one of them become Jet Jaguar. Yes. Let Gypsy Danger become Jet Jaguar.
Exactly. It's there.
It's right like there.
It. Exactly.
It's right there.
Just grab it and transform him.
Except it's been vaporized.
No, he'd be fine. Just make him bigger about Godzilla
just make the
size.
Jaegers bigger. That's it.
Exactly.
All right, I'm gonna
have Godzilla Jet Jaguar do a handshake as well. You gotta have that. You don't have them handshake, I'm gonna be mad.
DJ is awesome, man. DJ, I like that, man. DJ's a thinker, man. He thinks on his own and he just lets it go. So I gotta get your answer now, DJ. Would you like to see a Pacific Rim MonsterVerse crossover?
Well, yeah. I mean, of course it'd be awesome to see the crossover, but I mean, I know everybody wants to see Gypsy Danger be transformed into Jet Jaguar, but the truth is Gypsy Danger sacrificed itself to close the bridge, so it's gone. Like you would have to go back in time and alter it.
Yeah.
So
what I'm saying,
build a new one.
Yeah, what I'm not. Yeah,
or they could use Gypsy Avenger.
A better model of like Gypsy Danger, like they did with Gypsy Avenger. Yeah, well, Gypsy Avenger also blew up too, though.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, they would just have to create like another model of it. That's all I'm saying. I wouldn't say like reuse the original. I'm just saying like build a different model of Gypsy Danger, and then just like modify it from there.
I don't know. I'll say this. I want, because we're talking about making Gypsy Danger who? We're talking about making him
Jaguar.
Jaguar. I would like to see what Toho's version looked like before I let Pacific Rim do it. Because I think Jet Jaguar is good enough for us to be presented with his own version, just to kind of see what he'll look like. Now, I wouldn't mind them taking ideas from Pacific Rim to build him up, but I would like to see how they would, make him look if he could join the Monsterverse. So, that would be pretty cool.
I'm just saying that if they did bring Jet Jaguar in, I know everybody would be like, oh, so basically it's like Pacific Rim being brought into the Monsterverse because of how Jet Jaguar looks and how like
yo Luis,
what up?
What's going on, man? What is happening? All right, Remy. These are pretty good questions, man. I went through yours. We got any more questions, Nick?
Damn it! I forgot to put this up.
What was the question?
Nah, I just forgot to put this up.
Oh, okay.
It's the title card.
Oh,
Yeah.
title card. Oh, no big deal.
Godzilla. Oh yeah, that's nothing. Can you guys see me okay? Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah,
I can't
Nope.
see you guys. I have this pulled up.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
Nope,
well,
we can't
DJ
see
Remy,
you.
can you got
Yeah,
Yeah,
I can see you. I can see all four.
DJ? Come
All four of you?
I was about to say, is something wrong, man? DJ, that was good. That was good. All right, we have the next question. We're ready for.
You ready for the question game?
No, wait, another question.
Okay.
I think
Yeah,
we're
we still.
still
So, Remy, I know you have some questions. Would you like to read your questions?
yeah. Let me pull them up real quick.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Okay.
Give it up for the co-host, man, Remy.
Yeah. So one of the questions I came up with, which of the Jaegers was your favorite? So we talked about which kaiju was our favorite. Now we talk about like which Jaeger we thought was our favorite.
You only had 4 Jaegers to pick from.
I mean, they had like, yeah, all the other Jaegers were just like little snips.
Were like snips and clips and died immediately.
Yeah, died immediately.
No, well, towards the end, they did a lot better with. I wish I could have saw more Jaegers, but
yeah,
I mean, making a movie like that is
little
pretty tough. But I'm gonna have to go with the main Jaeger. I would have to
Gypsy?
go. Yeah, I would have to go with old Gypsy, especially that thing he has in the middle of his chest. I love that. That's the best part of him. That's the best part of his design for me.
Yeah.
So I would have to go with Gypsy Danger for sure. And what Gypsy Danger had been through.
Yeah.
Oh,
First
yeah.
15, 20 minutes. I mean, man, that is, oh man.
Yeah.
Who doesn't like Gypsy Danger?
Yeah, I gotta go Gypsy Danger, man.
Freaking amazing.
I'm mad he didn't ask the girl for his number though. He was playing. He should have went ahead and because they was feeling each other. No. Cause look. Remember when he looked through the peephole. She was looking, and then he walked off. And then when she heard the knock, she started smiling, but it wasn't him.
It was Idris Elba.
And he was like, "Get down here!" Oh,
damn it, Idris.
Oh man, but yeah, I'm gonna go Gypsy Danger.
What about you, Nick?
Gypsy Danger. Actually, I like Gypsy Danger and Crimson Typhoon.
There you go. Crimson Typhoon.
Oh, yo.
For the time he lasted.
For the brief time it lasted.
Yeah. Itachi was just like, "You're cool. Let me kill you first."
Is that the one? Are those the ones that drowned?
No. The ones that drowned were
The
Cherno
Russians,
Alpha.
the one on the right.
Yeah,
one on
Cherno Alpha
okay.
was in the drowned. The Crimson Typhoon was a 3-armed one.
Okay.
The one where the 3 Japanese guys were controlling all 3 arms.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where they had like the triplets because it had to be controlled by 3 pilots.
The Jaeger.
What about you, DJ?
Of course, I like Gypsy Danger as well, but I also dug the father-son Jaeger.
Striker
I like,
Eureka.
yeah, I like the how like it, buffs up and all the huge
Right.
rockets pop
That was
out.
really cool.
So would have been nice to see it do a little bit more, but dug that ability of it.
Godzilla.
Whipped his ass. We tried to spit game.
I don't know about that, bro.
I
They
don't
did
know,
say the
Donald.
world.
I don't know.
I
I know they're not
said,
related, but at the same time, Idris took the father role pretty seriously. I don't know if he'd be okay with Riley.
Yeah, he did. But guess what? Had it not been for him, they all would have been dead. They say the world, bro. They say the world. Like, what could he say? What could he tell? What could he possibly say? And he said he wouldn't say anything like that.
Yeah, I'm sure Idris' spirit was just like, attaboy. There you go. Like after the entire battle, he went, attaboy. Well done.
Said, oh, that part was funny when he said, 1, don't touch me. And 2, don't touch me.
Again, I love that line.
I like that.
I love that line.
Don't touch me.
For me, I'm going to go with the same with DJ. My favorite, of course, was Gypsy Danger because that one's just awesome. But also, I really like Strike Eureka because of the blades that they added at the end of the movie. Those are some cool blades, and of course, the chest cavity they would open up and all the cannons. Like that's awesome.
Oh yeah.
And I love that scene too, where like Strike Eureka like literally grabs Otachi and like lifts her up above his head, and then just like throws her. Like that's awesome to me. Like, and I love too how like they added like that detail of like the pistons, whatever, like building up just to add like more strength or more weight to the Jaeger's arms because I'm sure.
Yeah.
Another one.
So much anger in that line. I was scared for OK Boy. Yeah.
Another question I have for you guys is, which Jaeger versus Kaiju fight did you guys like the best, or did you think was the best?
I had to be one when Gypsy Danger fought Itachi.
Yeah.
Hong Kong battle.
Yeah,
I mean,
that was my favorite.
Starts off with them using a freaking cargo ship as a sword.
Yeah, that's
beating them in the city with that whatever that cargo ship.
Yeah,
and I think you also get to see the versatility of Itachi hiding in the building. She brings out the wings, takes the Jaeger into the air. That was really, really scary, man. Because at this point, they're thinking they all know the options. So Mako say, wait, we got one more option, and the sword comes out. So I'm like, that was cool. That was cool. And I really like
in space.
And for a kaiju, like Itachi had a pretty good personality. Like you could see how rogue it was going. And what was the guy? Dr.
Nuke.
Is his name Gilzer? Which one was looking for? Like when
when
they were all waiting.
Yeah, that was
okay. When they was all waiting in that tunnel and she dug
Kaiju
that hole, man. I really like that, man. I really like that. Louis said, "Can someone explain how a mecha with 3 arms loses so quickly?"
Oh, simple plot armor.
Very simple. Just stop one of the arms. And
Crimson Typhoon didn't have. No, it's easy. Crimson Typhoon didn't have plot armor, so it died. They're like, "You're not a main character. Get out."
But Tati was my favorite by far.
What about you, Nick? What was your favorite fight?
My favorite fight? Oof. It had honestly, it's depressing, but it would have to be the opening fight scene between Gypsy and Knifehead.
Ooh, wow.
That was a good fight.
That was the most vicious, really.
And it actually shows you because it shows you like the damage that you take from the actual damage the Jaegers are doing.
Yeah, definitely.
Like you saw it in Riley's like ribs. It was burnt up right here. His arm was burnt up. Yeah. You saw it. I'm like, yeah, this looks cool. I don't want to do it.
I think it was kind of like he reminded me so much of Giron just with that design of his head. Like that was cool.
Literally, they could just have Knifehead be the MonsterVerse version of Euron. So when you introduce Gamera, just bring him in, and that could be Euron. It's like that's Euron right there.
Gamera. Godzilla Train said he agrees with you, Nick.
Yeah. What about you, DJ?
That scene is like the best.
Yeah. As much as I like the Tokyo Slobberknocker, the opening fight is still my favorite. Just because, like Nick was saying, it establishes everything. It shows, it actually shows how they learned how to fight the kaiju, with the Jaegers, and shows, the different abilities and stuff. And it also shows, the true nature of the brothers.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that they were willing to disobey an order to rescue a boat with people on it.
Of 5 people.
Yeah. And in their mind, they're like, nobody's expendable.
Yeah, nobody gets left behind.
So, so that whole opening was really good in my estimate. Now, I have a question for you guys, too.
Oh, okay.
How does fighting people with bow staffs determine how your compatibility?
Hey,
I don't know.
Hey, DJ.
Well, you know what?
DJ,
Pretty much,
DJ,
it's just the fighting
you,
style.
DJ.
It's the fighting style, pretty much.
Oh my
Yeah.
God,
I
DJ,
guess.
you the man. I
DJ,
can't
I have an
answer
easy
that. I don't know,
answer,
DJ.
Bro, I got an easy answer for y'all about why that's necessary.
Yeah.
It's because we could see Mako look like that. With some skin.
Yeah, seen her
Hey,
swimming in that water.
I'm sorry, all right, but Mako in this movie, whoo, like
She was a beast.
Yeah,
Hey, Remy, you
she's
seen her
pretty
swimming
too.
in that
She's a
water?
very beautiful woman, honestly.
Yeah.
She
The actress who plays her,
better when she
very
came out the water. Her hair was wet. I said, "Ooh."
Oh, I know, right? No, DJ, no, Donald. When she first like showed up in that Jaeger like suit, whatever.
Oh
like,
yeah.
suit she had to wear, I was like, oh damn. Okay, we're doing this now. All right.
Yeah, I told you, man. She cold, boy.
Yeah. My favorite Jaeger versus Kaiju fight was actually the fight between Gypsy Danger and Leatherback. That's my favorite fight, just because of how like physical it was. Like that first scene where like freaking Leatherback like grabs Gypsy and just goes like throws him across. He threw him far too, by the way. He freaking like damaged an entire bridge just by how far he threw him.
Wasn't that the fight where he was like check his pulse and they shot him? They shot him.
The time it was like no pulse, I guess. And I love too when like freaking Gypsy Danger like grabs those containers and use them as freaking brass knuckles.
Yeah.
And he just goes bam like that to
Yeah.
and I love too when like Gypsy Danger like jumps up and does that like slam on the head and it grabs his like crest and just starts punching him several times.
I honestly was expecting to see a lot of teeth pop out of his mouth when he smashed both sides.
Oh, that would have been cool.
Yeah.
That did happen.
Ooh,
He
that would've been
dislocated his
awesome
jaw
detail.
though. That's one thing. They broke his jaw because they had to like fix it in the next scene.
Yeah, had the flabby jaw.
Yeah. All that big fat belly.
Oh man.
You know, I actually got a
great
question
value.
for you guys.
All right.
Would you actually like to be in these type of fights, to pilot a Jaeger and fight a kaiju?
Hell no.
Yeah.
Hell no. No. I mean, in a video game, yeah,
No.
sure. Real life.
Real life reality fight.
No. That's a no for me then.
I mean, they got an easy answer for you, Nick. You ain't gonna see no brothers in that pilot and that kind of thing, so I wouldn't be in there.
Hey, I'm gonna be right next to you, Donald. I'm good, bro.
I just
qualified to
can't,
do that. Not me.
bro. Like, it's just too many factors. Like, for one, I'm scared of heights. There's no way Mako would have survived with me. When they had to cut him with that sword and they was falling, we would have died. I would have screamed like a little girl. I would have panicked. Bro, ain't no way.
Gypsy Danger's falling. You just hear Donald go, ah, like from the distance.
Yeah. Marshall would have been mad at me. Hurt would have been mad at me. The whole squadron would have been mad at me.
I wouldn't mind jumping into a Jaeger and fighting.
Yeah. I mean, I would be one of those helicopters that was like,
Nick, I'm not surprised that
flying
your answer,
around the
Nick,
fight.
because
I'd be one of those.
you was gonna be out there in the battleship somewhere. I can't swim, so I wasn't gonna be on that boat. You just told me last week what you about. I ain't doing it.
I'm not doing that.
Yeah, we give you floaties.
No.
DJ.
I ain't enough, DJ. Not enough.
You can pretend to be your biceps.
Oh my god. Jeez.
Oh man, I just don't see it. I just don't see it, man.
All right, I have 2 more questions for you guys, and then we can move on to the game.
All right.
Is that all right with you guys?
That's fine. That's cool.
All right. All right, let's do it. So one of my questions asks, would you be on board? Bless you. Would you be on board if interrupt my question? Why don't you, Nick?
I'm sorry.
Sneeze. Nah, okay. But my question is, would you be on board if Guillermo del Toro, which is this film's director, got to direct a Monsterverse film? Like, would you be on board if he had a chance to direct one of the future Monsterverse films? With how we see how he handles a movie like this, like, I'm wondering like how he would direct one of those.
What happened?
Donald.
I'm confused on what happened.
He's just laughing about your sneeze. That's why.
Oh, because I dabbed?
Did you dab?
Yeah.
I didn't see it. God damn it. No, damn it, Nick.
Oh my god. Okay. All right.
What do you think, Donald? I'm going to go with you first.
Okay. All right. Hold on. Wait. Let me get myself together. All right.
Collect yourself for a second.
Okay. All right. I got it. I would definitely be on board. Now I'll tell you why. Because watching Pacific Rim, I thought he was able to create, because a lot of these movies are based off budgets. But I think based off watching this film, he had a great balance of the kaiju, the Jaegers, and the story. And one thing he did really, really well was he had the right characters to play this movie, because a lot of the MonsterVerse movies have, I think, too many A-list celebrities, and I think they do it to try to fill the seats. This movie had a great mixture of characters, and they all had a great role. We seen Dr. Geyser and what was the other guy? Gottlieb. Gottlieb. They played a really, really great role together. They did really, really well. Then Idris Elba, he played his role perfect. Everybody had a perfect role. Nobody did too much. Nobody did too little. I thought it was the perfect balance. And then watching this movie, the action as well was perfect. The lighting was good. Everything was good. So I would definitely be on board and allow him to take a swing at it.
All right. Now I'm on board with you, Donald. What about you, Nick?
Yeah. I'd be on board watching it. I mean, there wasn't nothing wrong with this movie. They didn't shove anything down our throats. Opening scene, perfect. Explained what the Jaegers were. Explained, pretty much how, they suit up. How you have to share literally your memories with another person. See if you're drift compatible with that person, and it shows you if someone's not drift compatible with you, this is not going to work. It's going to be out of sync. Your fighting is going to be sloppy, and your life is gone within the matter of like 5 seconds if you're not drift compatible.
I'd watch it for sure. Me
That's
too, brother.
What about you, DJ?
Yeah, I think he did a great job. Showing the sizes of the Jaegers and the Kaiju. They did a really good job of making their movements and the interaction with the environments believable. The hangar bay was amazing.
Yes.
just how spacious it looked, knowing that that's green screen, but made it look real. You know, that had so much depth to it and everything.
That was perfect.
Yeah, and then got the actors to pull off their roles really well, and make it believable. It didn't feel like, like you can recognize the actors, but it didn't feel like the actors playing a role. It felt like those were the real people from this world that they created.
Mm-hmm. That's a good point. That's a good point, DJ. I like that, brother.
Yeah.
So,
for me, it would be a definite yes, because I've seen a couple of Guillermo's films, and he has a really act for like monsters and stuff like that, and like putting like little details on them and like making them. Like,
he did the first two Hellboy movies.
Exactly. That's what I'm about to say. Like the first two Hellboy movies, like those ones are really good just because of how much detail Guillermo puts into each of the creatures' designs. So I feel like handing over a MonsterVerse movie to him would be like a dream come true, because I feel like he'd handle all the monster scenes and even the human scenes like really well. Like, to be honest, these human characters are actually really good. They're like really likable. And that's surprising to me. I thought, because like for me to like remember most of their names and like feel a connection with most of them, like that's surprising, especially for a film like this, where like most of the time in like Transformer movies, you don't care about the humans. You only care about the fights and the explosions and stuff like that. But for Guillermo to actually pull off like good, decent human characters in a film that's like mainly centered on kaiju fights versus jaegers, that's impressive to me. So I feel like he would like make a good balance between the human characters and Godzilla and any other monster co-stars in another MonsterVerse film. Plus, I feel like he would actually like. Oh, my bad.
Go ahead, Ruben. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
Plus, I also think that he would give a lot of character to Godzilla in his scenes as well. Like with how much character they gave to the kaiju themselves in this movie, I would be like blown away if like Guillermo could do the exact same thing with Godzilla and like just have. And again, I feel like Guillermo would also do a really good job of like keeping the camera set on Godzilla during the fights, like he did with this movie. Like when they're fighting, like the camera doesn't go to like the base all of a sudden. No, he like keeps the camera right there. He has like these big wide shots so you can get a clear picture of the Jaeger punching the kaiju. So I feel like he would do a really good job with that with Godzilla, just on like a bigger scale. And plus, he even states that he's a huge fan of Godzilla. That's why he made this movie. Yeah. So him directing Godzilla movie would be like a dream come true for that guy.
That's a big plus. Go ahead, DJ.
I was just going to say, I could be wrong, but I think he directed the second Blade movie too.
He did. Yeah, you're right. No, you're right. He did direct that one.
Yeah, that's cool. And that's a bigger plus, man. When somebody who does monster films say that they're a Godzilla fan. And the biggest thing I got from this movie was balance. The balance couldn't have been any better. And Remy, you said it yourself, from knowing the characters and having a connection with the characters. But not only that, you felt like you personally knew the Jaegers. Like they had personality. So whenever they were in battle and they were getting hurt or they were getting beat up in battle, you kind of felt for them.
Yeah.
So exactly. I thought that was, the balance was the biggest thing I took away from this film.
Yeah. And another thing too is, like I really like the way this film's paced, where they first have that huge action set piece with Knifehead in the beginning, and then they kind of slow down and they like give you a chance to get familiar with these characters and stuff like that. And then right at the moment, some audiences may be like, all right, when's the fighting going to start? They immediately start back into the fighting. Like immediately they have like that 2+ event with Otachi and Leatherback, and you're like, oh, okay, here we go. And that's when you're like invested in the fight because you got to know these characters. So now they're going into an actual battle, which makes the stakes even higher.
Hey, I'm not going to lie. I wasn't getting the Jaeger, but if I had to, I know I'd be able to drift with at least one of you guys. So that'll make me feel a lot better.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Because that was cool how they were able to drift with each other. That was awesome. I really like that.
Yeah. Like, again, Guillermo's like adding to the story. Like rather than just like, all right, we're in the robot, we can control it now. He's like, no, first you gotta like connect your minds, your memories together. Like that itself is like adding even more creativity to the movie. So like, imagine that.
So let me ask you a question, Remy. Let me ask you a question. So the guy that produced this one, he didn't produce the other ones? Or did he produce?
The producer
this
for
was
this
a
movie?
really, yeah, this was a really, really good film. Does anybody know?
Actually, he did.
I don't.
Actually,
he
no,
did.
you're right.
Okay.
He did. I don't think he did Skull. I don't think he did Skull Island and the rest of the MonsterVerse movies. But I know for sure that he did produce Godzilla 2014.
Oh, I'm talking about the guy who did this movie. Did he make any? Was he the one that directed and produced it? Any more of the Pacific Rim, or did he just do this one?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's probably why they suck then.
He produced Uprising, but like there were other there was like 5 other producers. So I
gotcha.
Say so he had in that sequel.
Okay, I got it. Okay, I got it. Cool.
Yeah, because I was about to say like if Guillermo like produced one of the MonsterVerse movies, I bet you I would have felt it. I would have felt like his fingerprints a little bit on it. I'm like, oh, okay, that seems like something Guillermo would do in one of his films. But like, I don't think he did, which is why I feel like they need to bring him in so he could actually like direct one of these movies. Because I feel like the way the MonsterVerse does it is that they bring in directors who are actually familiar and actually do like kaiju films, which is good because I'm like, Guillermo's like one of the biggest kaiju fans I know, along with Michael Dougherty. Like, oh god, imagine those two co-directing a Godzilla movie. Oh, that would be great. Well, that would be awesome.
Yeah, that would be
So here's my last question for you guys before we start the game. This one is, what did you guys think of the film's music? Like its score, its musical score? Because like to me, the music in this film,
I thought the musical score was great.
I love the opening one.
Yeah.
Nick, I was just about to say that, but the score overall is awesome. I think every theme went with every dramatic moment in this movie, and it was one scene where Gypsy, where who was it? When the two guys, it was Herc and his son, when they were stuck out in the middle of the water, and was it Leatherback was walking around them, and then Gypsy just shows up. Perfect. Music couldn't have been any better. I mean, dramatic entrance. You couldn't ask for a better scene. I really love that part because now the Gypsy is back, and he took care of his business. So I really like the music in this film. I really do.
Before we start the game, I got one thing to add on to this.
What's up?
Riley legitimately, held his weight in this movie.
Oh, he did.
He piloted Gypsy Danger in the beginning by himself to bring it to land.
And he was like one of the only other pilots to ever do that aside from Idris Elba's character.
Yes, exactly.
Which is impressive to me. I'm like, damn, he's like one of the only few people who have actually piloted a Jaeger by themselves. And who knows how far he had to like walk out to the shore.
It was pretty far.
They were pretty far.
It was far out.
That itself is pretty like, ugh.
Well, I think the biggest thing, and this is my opinion, the biggest thing for me wasn't the walk. The biggest thing is he had just lost his brother, so he don't even have time. He don't even have time to grieve because his life in danger too. He got to make sure he get to where he gonna get to before he do anything else.
And the last thing, did you guys hear when the news was going off and the kaiju broke through the wall? Someone yelled out, "Why are we even building this thing?"
Yeah, I heard that. I was like, "Yeah, why are you?"
I just busted through the wall. Why are you building?
That's what happens when you listen to the politicians.
Exactly. The politicians are just like, the Jaegers are dumb, but the wall, the money for that is actually pretty sufficient. I'm like,
the Jaegers, the money. The Jaegers were taking care of business.
Exactly, they were doing
not
fine.
Taking care of business.
Just throw more funding at them.
That's where you need, somebody like Liam Neeson in Battleship and tell them, hey, why don't you hop into the damn thing? And
exactly. No, Pentecost just said that's one of them. Like, how about you go in one of those Jaegers and fight a kaiju yourself, and you'll see what the hell happens. What about you, Nick? What do you think of the film's music? before we like go into the game, let's get your and DJ's opinion on it real quick.
Yeah, it was good.
It was good. Yeah, like to me, my favorite theme is the Kaiju theme, like the way like the brass and like the heavy drums play whenever a Kaiju shows up. Like I love that theme. Like it really adds kind of like a foreboding atmosphere to the Kaiju whenever they show up.
I will say, like, I didn't pay too much attention to the music, but nothing like drove me crazy, like, you know, annoying or anything. So to me, that means that it's good. That it added to the scenes. It allowed me to stay focused on what was going on the screen. So yeah, to me, that's a good soundtrack. It doesn't pull me out.
Exactly. When a score is not too overbearing that you don't really focus on what's happening in front of you, where it fits in perfectly what the image is on screen. That's what makes a good score for me. So yeah.
Hey man, this is awesome. I'm loving the discussion. Loving how we feeding off each other, man. Let's keep that up.
Let's begin the game.
It has begun.
So Remy, those who are watching, because we have some viewers watching, so would you explain to them, you know, what this game is and how we play this awesome game that you created?
Yeah, totally. So with Guess a Kaiju, the way this game works is that I have set at least 3 clues that describe a certain kaiju, and the point of the game is that you have to guess what this kaiju I am talking about is. If you get it wrong, you get a point. I mean, if you get it wrong, you don't get a point. If you get it right, you get a point. And the one who gets the most points at the end of the game is the winner. So it's kind of like trivia, basically, in a way. So with this game, we're not going to do teams because we don't really have enough people to do teams.
Yeah, it's going to be more.
That's why Nick, when you asked me we were going to do teams, I was a little iffy on it because I didn't know who was going to make it and who was not. Because if Doris came, then I would have done teams because it would have worked out fine. But so you guys would be on your own. But another thing too with this is that I added a few more questions. I added 3 more questions, and also some of these questions are not really kaiju. They're actually which movie was this, or which
video game this was.
Yeah, which video game was that?
Ooh.
Like I didn't really make them all kaiju. I decided I'll change it up, which might be a little tease in the future. Maybe if I run out of kaiju, I might start doing kaiju films instead about Guess That Kaiju film. Guess That Kaiju video game. So yeah, let's get it started.
All right. Let's make it happen.
Here comes the first one.
This kaiju is very aquatic. It has not shown up in many Godzilla films, but it is still a fan favorite. And it was one of the first kaiju to appear in Godzilla Final Wars. Which kaiju am I referring to?
Oh,
Manda?
That's what I was
thinking.
I'm
gonna go Manda.
Well, I got news for all of you. You're all correct. You all get a point. It was Manda.
All right, good job.
You're all the tie so far now.
I was reading the question. I'm like, this sounds oddly familiar. Aquatic. There's only 2 aquatics in this movie. And one of them got obliterated in the beginning.
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, also Ebra got annihilated too.
I mean, he had a longer screen time than Baragon.
Baragon wasn't even in this movie. Damn it, Nick. You know what, Nick? You're disqualified for the game. You're not playing anymore. You're done.
No points for you.
No points for you. Exactly. All right then. This kaiju has the ability to fly. It sees humans as a source of food.
I like the PowerPoint, Nick.
Next hit, Nick. And then it also has the ability to fire a yellow laser from its mouth. Which kaiju am I referring to?
Yellow laser.
You did a good job with the PowerPoint, Nick, by the way. I really like the animations.
Yeah, he did a great job.
Yeah.
Praise the Lord.
Only yellow lasers I know is Ghidorah. That's about it. Unless I don't really pay
Destroyer.
attention to laser. Destroyer, that's more purple.
It sees human as a source of food.
And it shoots a yellow laser out of its mouth.
Yes. Oh, wait,
Stuff
what?
like that. I'm surprised.
So I'm thinking about all the
Yeah.
kaiju that can fly.
I'm sticking with Destroyer.
Destroyer.
Final answer.
All right. Do you guys go and Destroyer?
It could fly.
Survey said.
Yeah.
Well, we got Nick and Donald left though. You guys got.
Oh gosh.
I'm butt-headed on this one. I don't even know.
Damn, DJ.
Oh man. Forget you, DJ.
This question got me like, yo.
No.
Yeah,
Godzilla Train got it right.
Yeah, I don't know this one.
You don't know
this
this
one got me.
All right then. Well, DJ, you are incorrect, sir.
Yeah.
It is actually Gauss.
Yeah. Godzilla Train got it right.
Ooh, good
Yeah.
job.
Godzilla Train, good job, brother.
I was
Nice.
focused
job,
just
good
on
job.
Godzilla. I did.
Yeah. Well,
That's.
yeah. No, it's fine. I should also mention that Kaiju. I'm all like I did with Gyra last time. I'm gonna pull Kaiju out from like different.
Gotcha.
Oh, okay.
Not just Godzilla. So there's a
Got
chance
it.
that other Kaiju from different like series
Yeah.
are gonna be in
So
You
the.
did a good
next
job,
one-
Godzilla Train.
Yeah, good job,
I'm
Godzilla
gonna
Train.
do
I forgot to
different,
mention that to you guys. I'm
No,
gonna pull
it's
out
cool. It's
Kaiju
cool,
from
Remy.
all other
We got-
sources.
we gotta be
As
on
soon
that
as I saw his
game.
answer, I knew I was wrong. I was like,
Yeah.
damn it.
No, well, nobody got that point except for Godzilla Train. So still a tie. Nick, next one. All right, this Kaiju was black and red in color. It could fly, but also walk on 4 legs. And it was responsible for killing Mothra in her own film. Which Kaiju am I referring to?
Man, the PowerPoint is fresh, Nick.
Yeah, those
I'm
are some good
thinking-
photos, too.
I'm thinking it starts with a. I can't remember its name. It starts with a D. No,
I
wait.
can't help it, Nick.
That was green.
Donald.
Guess.
That was green and red. Black and red. What?
It could fly.
Definitely
but
not the
also-
Ghidorah one.
I haven't. I've seen maybe all the Mothra films maybe once.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've watched the Mothra
Yeah.
trilogy.
So this is gonna make me step my game up. I want to say.
Dragon?
Hey,
Dragon?
I'm thinking about the Armor Mothra movie when they fought.
Mothra 3.
Yeah, when she turned into Armor Mothra, it was like a who was that? Armor Mothra, because we did it for a movie review. I remember it. We did it for a movie review. I'm gonna say, who was that?
I think it was.
I'm gonna go Ghidorah. I'm gonna say Ghidorah. I remember we did a movie review.
Yeah,
All right.
but it's.
I'm
there it is.
gonna say Ghidorah. The mean Ghidorah, whatever that. I don't know.
Donald,
But I'm
you're
a-
getting. Can I give you a little hint, Donald? Can you
I'm
give you
getting
guys a
close.
little?
Yeah, you could give us
That's
another.
a
hint.
Ghidorah.
Hey, yes, Donald, you are close. It is a Ghidorah, but it's a specific.
Oh,
type.
I got it. That's Ghidorah.
All right. Who you got? What about you? What about you and DJ Donald?
I honestly I don't know. I don't want to take Nick's answer, so I'm gonna let Nick have it. But I don't want to just piggyback off what he said. But
Okay.
I remember us doing a movie review, but I can't remember the exact Ghidorah.
All right. What about you, DJ?
I'll say the same thing as Nick said.
All right. Well,
I
got
can't remember
news.
any of the other.
Well, I got news for you guys. DJ, Nick, you guys get a point. It is Death's Ghidorah.
Oh,
I knew it.
good
You
job,
said
y'all.
black, red, and then you said it had 3 heads. I'm thinking the Ghidorah, the one we reviewed, where
Yeah.
they had the kids in the bubble. but then I
Godzilla
forgot
Train said Death
Death's
Ghidorah as well.
Ghidorah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only thing I
It's
remember
either Death's
is-
Ghidorah or
this-
Death Ghidorah. It's either one. But you
Only
got.
thing
you
I
got the
remember
points
is
too.
a Ghidorah. I remember us doing the movie review.
Yeah. No, Donald, the one you're talking about was Grand King Ghidorah. That's the one you're talking
Okay.
Yeah.
Nest Ghidorah is the one that shows up in like the first Rebirth of Mothra movie. That was the
Yes.
first
Okay.
villain. Grand Ghidorah is the one that shows up in the third one. But you were close though.
I was talking about Dragon, the green and red
Yeah.
one, where
I thought it was
like all
Dagura.
starfish. I can't
I like
pronounce
this.
that.
This
name.
is
It's actually
awesome,
Dagura, I
awesome
think.
game.
That's his name. But you were close though. So that's a 3-way tie so far between Nick, DJ, and Godzilla Train. Donald, you gotta step up your game, bro.
Yeah, I got to tighten up, man. I got to tighten up.
Come on, Donald. I got faith in you. It ain't over yet. We got 6 more questions. All right, then. This kaiju is very large. Come on, Donald. It is considered to be a sibling of Godzilla,
Violente.
and it is also said to be one of the few female kaijus. Which kaiju am I referring to?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go Biolante.
All
Yeah,
right.
but Biolante.
Well, I got news for all of you.
Adrian
Y'all
said
got
he
a
needs 2
point.
points.
It is Biolante.
Yeah.
I said it first. I need 2 points. No, Godzilla Train. That's not how it works.
Yeah, he was talking about the last question.
Yeah. So, yep, you guys all get points. So, this Godzilla film was released in the 70s. All right, so this is going to be one of the films now. So, this is not going to be Kaiju, but film. It was the second to last film in the Showa series. And this Godzilla film is also one of the only films to have a direct sequel. Which one am I referring to?
Godzilla versus
Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla.
Yeah.
All right.
Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla
Y'all
because it did
get a
have a
point.
sequel. Terra, because Terra Mechagodzilla was a sequel.
Yep, I'll get a point for that
Yeah.
one. This kaiju is of alien origin. It has appeared in only 3 Godzilla films. It is also one of the few kaiju to actually make Godzilla bleed.
Gigan.
Yeah. Gigan. Oh, wait.
Yeah,
No.
No.
Mechagodzilla. Because he also was alien and also made Godzilla bleed.
But been in more than 3.
He was in more than 3 films though,
Oh, you're well.
He's been in 6.
Well, yeah, you're right.
because he was in 74. Then he came back in what was it 75?
Yep.
And then he was Kiryu in the Millennium. Then he was in the Monsterverse.
Forgot.
Yeah, I think he
Godzilla
was in-
versus Mechagodzilla too.
Yeah, Godzilla. Yeah, so he was in. I think he was in more than 3 films.
He's been in 6.
I remember Gigan was in Final. Was it Final Wars?
Gigan was in Godzilla versus Gigan.
Yeah, Godzilla with Ghidorah and Gears. That's one.
And
Then he came.
Godzilla versus
Megalon.
Megalon.
Yeah,
And
so
then-
Gigan. I'm gonna go Gigan.
Yeah, and Final Wars, as we see.
I'm
right
sorry,
here.
man. That Godzilla and that movie is funny.
Well, I got news
Oh,
for
man.
you. You guys got the question wrong.
Oh!
I'm kidding. You got it right. It was Gigan.
I was about to say.
Nah, you
I'm
got it
about
right.
to say, I
Because
was
Nick,
kidding.
what's funny is that Nick literally put up the image of the answer. I'm
I
like,
know. I wasn't
Damn it,
expecting.
Nick.
I saw it, and then you said 3 films. I'm like, crap! I did it too late.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's the same thing that happened with the Condor because I saw you put the image of the Condor and I was like, damn it. It's right there.
None of us
But,
got that one.
Yeah, no one got that one, thankfully. But so this kaiju was one of the many to attack Manila. This kaiju also had a brief cameo in Final Wars,
Oh.
and it is considered to be one of the weaker kaiju in the Godzilla series. Which kaiju am I referring to?
It's the grasshopper one.
Damn Manila.
Yeah, man, look how he
Co-
looked, brother.
Kamakurus?
Or praying mantis one, whatever. Whichever.
Is it
Yeah.
Kamakurus?
I could
this
never
kaiju
remember
has a
the
good
name.
camera phone. One of the wicked. It was considered one of the wicked kaiju in the Godzilla series. It's not Gabara. We can scratch him off. I got to do process of elimination. Who was that? Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Nick Kamakurus. Cause I remember he was in the movie with Gabara. Was it Godzilla's Revenge?
Yep.
and he was there. And then it was I'm gonna go Kamakarus.
You guys going Kamakarus? Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
That's my final answer, Remy.
And you all get it correct. It is Kamakarus. Good job. You guys are doing good.
Let's see. Godzilla Train also said Kamakarus as well. And he said Geigen for the last answer too.
Okay, nice.
I have to close it out so I can't see his answers.
Yeah, no, you're fine.
So sorry, Adrian, if I'm late, brother.
All right. This kaiju is considered very underrated. It has only showed up in one film, which was in the Millennium series. It also took on different forms before reaching its final stage.
I put under the most underrated kaiju.
I'm going Orga.
It was in the Millennium series final stage. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Donald with that one, Orga.
I'm gonna go Orga.
Yeah, I was almost gonna say Destroyer, but that was prior to the Millennium series. So yeah, Orga.
I'm gonna go Orga, but I was gonna say Mega Gears, but I'm gonna say Orga.
Well, you guys all got it right because it is Orga. Damn it! I was waiting for you wanted to say Mega Gears. I was like, say Mega Gears. That's what I got it wrong. No, actually,
so
Orga.
I'm a point behind Nick, so I'm back in it.
So, well, wait, you guys all got. Well, none of you got the Gauss one though, except for Godzilla Train.
Yeah.
So DJ and Nick
are still tied.
Well, no, Godzilla Train didn't get the point. Yeah, you guys are still tied. Donald's a point behind you guys, and so is Godzilla Train now. So let's see. But anyway, number 9 is this video game was released in the early 2000s. It was released by Pipeworks and Atari for the original Xbox.
Man, I gotta do some digging on this one.
It is considered to be one of the better Godzilla video games.
I knew this one already off the bat.
Godzilla Unleashed?
Nah. Godzilla Destroy All Monsters Melee.
I'm gonna say Godzilla Unleashed.
Okay.
I didn't have Xbox.
Because I liked that game too. I liked it both of them, but
well, it appears that Nick is the only one that got it right because it is Godzilla Destroy Monsters Melee.
Oh, good job, Nick.
Because it was made for it was the only Godzilla game made for Xbox.
Godzilla Train said Godzilla Saved the Earth.
Yeah, Godzilla Train said Godzilla Saved the Earth was another one.
Oh yeah, true. But it was the first Godzilla game made for the Xbox.
Yeah, but I also said that. But I said that
your mistake was original.
But also,
Xbox.
Godzilla Save the Earth was released for the original Xbox as well.
It was, but I already knew it. I'm like, yeah, this is Destroy All Monsters Melee, because that one Save the Earth came out like a couple years later.
I think 1 year later, actually, because I think Destroy All Monsters came out in like 2002, 2003, and then 2004 was when Save the Earth came out. But yeah. So Nick is in the lead for this one so far. But let's see what happens with this one. Will we break a tie, or will Nick still be in the lead and become the winner? Time to decide. This one is this kaiju has only made an appearance in the Heisei series. It has appeared in many other forms of media like comics and video games. One more hint. And then I, myself, have also said that this was my favorite kaiju villain in the Godzilla series. Which kaiju am I referring to?
Space Godzilla.
I'm going to go Space Godzilla. Wait a minute. Remy, if I'm not mistaken, I heard you say Destroyer. So I'm going to go Destroyer.
All right. What about you, DJ? We're going to go with Space Godzilla for your final answer?
Space Godzilla, yeah.
All right. Well, DJ, Donald, Nick. DJ and Nick, you guys get the point. Donald, I am so sorry.
Ah!
You were close though, brother. You said Space Godzilla. I was like, oh, stick with it. And then you said Destroyer. Oh, Godzilla Train. No! It was Space Godzilla. I'm so sorry.
Hey, that's cool.
So
That's
Nick
cool.
wins.
I like it. I like that.
Or
I
you guys
like
wanna
that.
keep
I
it
like
back?
that.
No, Nick won
All right. Oh, Nick won?
because he was one ahead of me.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
Nick,
right.
Nick won.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
Hey, good job, Nick. Good job, brother. Yeah.
Good job, Nick. Nick is the winner, ladies and gentlemen.
Good
Woo!
job, Nick. Nick is the winner. Oh man, Nick is the winner. So first and foremost, I want to say this was a great review on the Pacific Rim. First time seeing it. It's definitely a movie that I can watch over and over again. And I do have one more question pertaining to that movie. Remy, I am really, really enjoying the game, brother. Keep it up. I really like what you're doing. I like what all of you are doing. I think it's really, really good. I gotta ask this question. But out of 10 stars, Remy, how would you rate this film?
This movie's getting like a freaking. This movie's getting a 9 out of 10. This movie's like, this is like one of my favorite kaiju movies, probably ever. Really, like it came out the right year before Godzilla 2014 because I was like feeling kaiju because there wasn't anything kaiju related. We were still waiting for 2014. Any news about it? We were like, damn, when are we gonna get something? And the Pacific Rim came out like right at the perfect moment because that was like the kaiju stuff we needed at that point in time. Like there's like a good holdover for us before the king made his return. So to me, it gave me that sense of kaiju feeling, that sense of like I used to have when I was really little and I used to watch original Godzilla movies. It gave me that exact feeling, except on like a Hollywood-sized budget. And I love Pacific Rim for that. It had good characters, great Jaeger designs, great kaiju designs, awesome music, really good special effects that still hold up to this day. Like the CGI still looks incredible. And Guillermo del Toro's like directing just like adds like a whole new flavor and dimension to this movie by giving it like he like adds personality to this movie really. Like anybody else who directed this movie, especially Michael Bay, would have just made this like a cash grab. There's like explosions everywhere. It's like annoying.
That's what part 2 is.
Yeah, basically.
It's the Michael Bay version.
Yeah, thank you, DJ. You hit on the head perfectly. That's literally what it is. And I hate it for that. But anyway, let me not get on a tangent. But really good movie. Again, I'm glad, Donald, that you really enjoyed it. I had a feeling you would because I was like, if Donald doesn't like this movie, I don't know what the hell to do. I don't know what I'm doing myself.
We'd have to kick him out.
9 out of 10 for me. What'd you say, DJ?
So we'd have to kick him out.
Yeah, basically. I have to become the host now. Survival of the fittest, I guess. Yeah, 9 out of 10 for me.
That's cool. That's cool. I go at 8.5 out of 10.
Right.
It's definitely a movie I can watch again. And it's crazy. I think what's crazy when you watch other kaiju film outside of Godzilla, and I'm not comparing the films, but I'm just saying in general. And when you go back and watch a Godzilla film, it's crazy how no kaiju measures up to the greatness of Godzilla because he's just a classic monster. Like even King Kong, none of these they don't measure up because they're so classic and they're so iconic that their name holds so much weight. But this movie, for me, it was really, really good. It was great balance between the human characters. Everybody played their role well. They did a great job. I really loved the kaiju that was presented in this film that had different abilities. And DJ, like I said earlier in the show, you brought it back to my memory that these kaiju had the ability to upgrade because they're basically clones and they were studying how the Jaegers were fighting. So it allowed them to get better. So that was another thing that I enjoyed. Only thing I wanted to see in this film was more about the other Jaegers. Like I wish they would have had more screen time because I felt like I didn't see enough of their abilities. I thought they could have had more abilities, but I guess due to the runtime, it didn't happen, which is okay. But it's still a movie that I could definitely watch again. Like it is a movie that I'll probably sit around and watch again. So it was pretty good. I'll give it an 8.5 out of 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they could have, when they were introducing them in the hangar, they could have had, like, little flashback scenes of them, showing them taking out some kaijus and stuff.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That would have been nice.
Yeah.
We like have like some screens and like screens that they focus on during their presentation, like showing.
Yeah.
We're taking down. I think that was Strike Eureka during the news the news scene. They showed them taking out that multivore, whatever the hell it's called. I forget the name of that kaiju because that one's just like cannon fodder. It's just like some random guy that they kill.
Yeah.
What about you, Nick?
I'm gonna give it a 9.
There you go, brother.
Okay.
I enjoyed this movie. It was my first, I don't know, my first robot monster type movie.
Mm-hmm.
So, when I first saw it in my head, I'm like, they should make this guy Jet Jaguar, but like in a whole different form. Make him like the modern day one. When I first saw it, make it a modern day Jet Jaguar, because it would be very nice, and it would make more sense. Because if you look at Godzilla now versus what he looked like back then, it's in a good evolvement. Kong from what he was back then to now, Gigan from what it was back then to now, how all of them had different forms. Why doesn't Jet Jaguar get a different form?
Yeah.
Look, Jet Jaguar only has 2 forms. The one from Megalon and Singular Point. That's about it.
Man, every
That's
time y'all bring up
literally-
Megalon,
From what
I
I've
laugh.
seen of
That
the
movie-
Singular Point.
What happened? What happened, DJ? What'd you say?
Just
Oh,
saying,
the Singular.
from the pictures that I've seen from Singular Point of Jet Jaguar, like, just doesn't look good to me.
No, it doesn't.
He built like a Magnavox TV.
Listen, he starts off a little goofy. They do a little bit better job with his design later on in the season. You just got to get through some of the stupid stuff they do with his design. But I liked his design in that one. Literally, though, that show is more of Jet Jaguar's Singular Point than Godzilla.
Yeah.
Like, Godzilla only like barely has any screen time in it, which pissed me off royally. But
that's one thing they've got to get right, man. They've got to do better with that. If it's gonna be like, I think the 98 and the Hanna-Barbera did it the best. They did it the best. Like every episode, it was about Godzilla fighting someone, and they nailed it. And then even with the Jet Jaguar design, I didn't think it was too bad. I mean, I liked it. Even when I first saw it, I didn't think it was too bad. Like I mean, it skipped leg day, but that's about it.
Skip leg day.
Yeah.
It skipped in everything day. The only thing it didn't miss was chest day.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It was like, I'm gonna bench press, but forget my arms.
Yeah, I thought it was cool.
Literally, to me, the best they can do with a Godzilla anime is make it like, I want Dragon Ball Z levels of fighting in a Godzilla anime. Like, imagine how crazy the animation can go with that fight, with those fights, but yet they always keep it like standard. I'm like, why? You're anime. You're supposed to be insane. Go crazy with the fights. Why are you not doing that? Experiment with it. I don't care if people don't like it or not. It's experiment. That's what you should do with Godzilla. That's what they're doing with him now. They're experimenting with him with different storylines and stuff.
Well, but isn't it a Netflix series?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a Netflix series.
Okay, so Netflix can't get anything right when it comes to that kind of stuff.
That's true.
Like,
Damn it, DJ.
It's one thing if they purchase it from somebody else and then broadcast it, but if they create it themselves, they can't get it right. Just like their anime adaptation movies.
Like Death Note?
Yeah, like they can't get those right. Like they got close. They got close with the Full Metal Alchemist. They did all right with that, but all the others have been terrible.
Yeah, I didn't see Full Metal Alchemist one.
So let's get your rating, DJ. And it is your turn to announce the movie. So are you going to announce it live or are you going to announce it behind the scenes?
Oh, yeah. I'm going to announce it live.
Let's do it.
All right. So let's get your rating for the movie, and then let's hear
first rate, Super Grim.
So I was originally going to say an 8, but the more I think about it, I'm going to give it a 9. And one of the things that I really appreciate about the movie is the harness system that they put them in for the Jaegers.
Yeah.
Because it gave them the ability to actually throw the actors around and really show the impact when the Jaegers were taking hits.
Yeah, I saw that in behind the scenes.
You know, so because if they had just had them standing on a platform, you know, then it would have looked like Star Trek, where they had to like throw themselves and everything. But
so like Pacific then.
So I like that aspect, and just a fun movie. Again, like I said before, I think they did a really good job of making you feel the weight of the kaiju and the Jaegers, their interaction with the environments themselves that they created for them. I mean, the nuclear blast underwater, the fact that it actually created an air pocket.
That was insane.
And then he had to plant the sword back into the ground to not get swept away when the water came rushing back in and everything.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think they did a really good job with it, and definitely enjoy watching it. So
adding to
I'll be watching it again.
Yes.
The way Godzilla uses atomic breath and
yes,
should have been like a singular point.
And yet they didn't do that. They just kind of copied Shin Godzilla. Which, don't get me wrong, the atomic breath scene in Singular Point is cool, but like, don't just copy Shin Godzilla. Like, come up with your own kind of atomic breath. But like, you know, it's still cool, I guess.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Go ahead, Remy. Go ahead. Okay. No, go ahead, DJ, brother. Go ahead.
But DJ, adding on to your behind the scenes knowledge, what's cool about the Hong Kong fight that I found out just this week was that they actually built that entire city from scratch in the computer, because like they had to build it for that scene because there were like certain shots and stuff like that they couldn't really do by just like rotoscoping the city and then putting in Gypsy and Itachi, so they had to literally build the entire Hong Kong battle in order to do that. And they actually had like miniature in that scene too. The scene where like Gypsy punches through the building, that's actually a real miniature, and they have like a goalie like pushing through it, or like Gypsy's like fist like taps.
I like that scene. That was cool.
Taps that little ball thing and just goes.
It's a clap.
I actually laugh at that scene every time.
Yeah.
I do, because it's like
funny. It's
just a little tap, and it's.
I know, it's just like it's like crashing through everything and just goes. And then it's back to the chaos.
And the fact, you know, and the way that they did the cinematography with it, you can't really, you don't really notice that it's going from CG to a model.
Yeah, right. That was really good too.
So, because like I didn't realize that was a scale model. I thought it was just all part of it.
For like years until I finally found out. I was like, oh, damn.
Yeah. So that's another testament to how well he did with it.
Definitely.
All right, DJ, you is up to Batman next week. This is one of my favorite parts of the film. We try to figure out what somebody's gonna pick to review next week. So DJ, the floor is yours. Let us know what the Godzilla nerds will be reviewing next week.
Since we've been having so much fun, I want to keep the fun going.
Okay.
So we're going to review Son of Godzilla next week.
Oh, my Lord.
God dang it. I freaking hate you. I had a feeling. I was like, watch. He's going to pick one of like the black sheep of the series. Watch.
So
Godzilla.
Next week, everybody, we will be reviewing the Son of Godzilla. I will say this: the Son of Godzilla is not that bad. It's not that bad. Son of Godzilla is not that bad.
As much as I like making jokes, it's like the least bad out of the three that I think are the worst.
So we're gonna review the Son of Godzilla. We all have a chance to go back and review it, and we might end up liking it when we go back and reviewing it. So
we'll see.
We're gonna the Godzilla train said, "Let's go." We're about to go. We're going all in, brother.
Doris, you gotta be there for that next week because I know you're gonna freaking laugh.
The Son of
You're
Godzilla.
You're here.
So, hey, everybody who's in the chat, all the viewers we have right now, we thank you for watching. We always enjoy when you watch and participate with us. It was another great show. DJ, always happy to be on with you, Nick. Remy, Surgeon Doors. We miss y'all. Always, happy to be on with y'all as well. And so next Thursday, we will be reviewing The Son of Godzilla. And this is going to be a show that you guys don't want to miss. This is going to be really, really good. Hey, I love you all. Y'all have a blessed night. DJ, you funny, man.
Later, DJ.